Good morning, everybody. I am back to share another journal with you, and this one is a pretty good size hardcover journal, and it is done in a sort of nature-y theme. It's, kind of springy, kind of colorful. It's got bees and birds and butterflies and stuff in it, so I'm just going to call it nature-y instead of woodland. So this one I had a lot of fun playing on the cover with. I did a few different things on the cover that I don't normally do. Lots of layering and some collaging with tissue papers and die cuts. But the measurements for this one are 9 inches tall by about 6 inches wide. It's got a 3-inch spine, and I probably should have made the spine about 2.5 inches, but I thought, oh, I'll do 3 inches, give people a little bit more wiggle room inside. It just looks bigger than I thought it was going to. As you can see on the spine, I've got a vintage linen that I've stained up with some distress inks over the top of the stitching. This is not a floating spine. The signatures are actually sewn right into the spine. There are 7 signatures. It has about 220 pages both sides, and I did lots of different painting techniques, did some crackling effect on there, used some metallic paints, and did some, I'm getting kind of a glare from the light here, but did some paint splattering on there and some distressing. You can, I'm trying to turn it a few different ways here so you can get a good look at it. And then on the cover, I just have kind of several things going on here. I made my own die cuts, die cut pieces with my Cricut. And so I've got a little butterfly here and some different mushrooms and some foliage stuck back in here in the frame. And then I've got some tissue paper that I've decoupaged down and some Spanish moss and a few different layers on the front cover of chipboard, and then this little book plate here that says notes. And this is actually, I did not glue this down. You can pull it out of there if you wanted to replace it with something else. And then inside this book, I'm using digital papers from several different designers. And I'm not going to name each one of them as I'm flipping through the book, but I'll tell you right now who they are. I've got some pages from Jibid Neary, Digital Curio, Dots Inspiration Shop, Ellsie Bels Bookshelf, and Jodie Lee. And I will put the links to all of their shops in the description box. So the closure here is just some stained up cotton strips here that are tied in a bow. And there's not a whole lot of embellishing in here. It's very lightly embellished. It's got a few tuck spots and some tags, and then some clusters that I've done with die cut pieces and a little bit of sewing and such too. So there's not a whole lot to explain inside, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started on flipping through this, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, you guys, that is it. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And I'll catch you guys later.